So on page 7, the last three blessings. Blessed is Hashem who has not made me a Gentile. Blessed is Hashem who has not made me a slave. And blessed is Hashem who has not made me a woman. So normally there's a major issue with this, which a lot of Jews have with this. Okay, a Gentile is they could live with a little, but to say not made me a woman is something that's almost like they asked that the sages should have made, instead of not made me a woman, say make me a man. Bless Hashem that He made me a male. Why do you have to emphasize the not making me a woman? It's almost like a negative. In other words, if for some reason there is a positive in a man over a woman, so then say, blessed is Hashem who made me a man. But here you're saying, blessed is Hashem who did not make me a woman. It's almost like a negative expression of what you want to say. Right. So therefore, if you look in Shulchan Aruch, he has a whole different translation of these three blessings. It has nothing to do with the species of the person. On the contrary, a Gentile, a slave, or a woman are far more superior than we are, than males are. The translation that he gives there, the way he translates and the way the sages made the blessing is just the opposite. It's totally not the species that we're making the blessing about. And therefore it has to be said that He has not made me a Gentile. It has not made me a slave. Because it's not the Gentile. It's not the slave and it's not the woman. What is it about? What it is about is that we have something that God gave us that no one else has. A very strange concept. It's called 613 mitzvot. Even the Gentiles that have the 7 Noach laws is not called mitzvah. It's called Sheva B'nai Noach, which is called Mishpatim. Mishpatim means it's the laws that they need to have a human society, that it should be a society that is livable. Because if there's going to be murder and there's going to be theft and there's not going to be justice, so then what happens is it becomes a society that's all gemished and all gehakt and everything. So therefore, these 7 Noach laws, we call them laws. We don't call them mitzvah. Mitzvah is not a law. Mitzvah means a connection. Tzavtza v'chibur. It's a connection that a Jew has an opportunity to connect to God. So when I put on tefillin, it's a mitzvah. It's a connection that my soul has to God. A Gentile puts on tefillin, nothing. For a Gentile, there's nothing that the tefillin does to them. It's a waste of an energy, so to say, and it's a waste of time. Even on the contrary, Shabbos. Shabbos, we know, is the holiest day of the week. And the Torah says that Shabbos is the covenant, Ot Brit Beini Uveinechem. It's a covenant between me and the Jewish people, the holy day of Shabbos that I gave to the holy people. It says a Gentile that observes Shabbos is a death penalty. Why? Because a human being was created by God to work. That every day he gets up, he has to do something. He has to create something. Just to pass a day, then no reason for you to be created. So every human being has a purpose. Why did I get up today? The fact that I have one day a week that I'm not supposed to do anything, meaning I can't create anything, that is a chidush that humans are not allowed to do. A Jew, God gave him this gift that one day a week it's Shabbos. But a regular person has to create. Every day there's a purpose why he's here. So if he's going to stop creating, then he's a death penalty. He's not doing his purpose. So therefore, the Shulchan Aruch learns this differently. He learns that this is all three blessings, thanking God that He gave us this 613 mitzvahs. But there is some mitzvahs that Gentiles do have, like no killing, right? No stealing. Servants, here he means Jewish servants, they have more mitzvahs. And then women have even more. So basically what the blessing is like this. Blessed Hashem that gave me so many mitzvahs more than He gave a Gentile. So I'm blessing Hashem that I'm not a Gentile that has only 7 mitzvahs, but I'm a Jew that has 613 mitzvahs. Then I say, well, there's another category of human beings which are called Jewish servants, which have more than 7 mitzvahs. They have like 180. So I say, bless Hashem, that He made me even more. That not only He gave me 180 mitzvahs that a servant has, but He gave me 613 that the servant doesn't have. You understand what I'm saying? So the blessing is, bless Hashem, that I'm not a servant that has 180 mitzvahs, but I'm a Gentile that has 613. Then I go to the next one, is I'm blessing Hashem, not that He didn't make me a woman. No. I'm blessing Hashem that a woman has only 365 plus 6, so they have 371 mitzvahs. So a woman has 371, and here God gave me 613. So thank Hashem that I'm not a woman that has only 371 mitzvahs. I have 613. So it's not the species. It's a thanking Hashem that I have 613, not like the Gentile that only has 7, not like the servant that has 180, and not like the woman that has 371. I have 613. So it's not the species here. It's just the opportunity that I have 613 opportunities to connect to infinity that God gave me and didn't give all these opportunities to the 7 billion people in the universe. So therefore, this blessing, when someone has in mind that he's, thank God I'm not a woman, the species, he's saying the wrong blessing. It's not what the blessing is about. The blessing is that I have 630 mitzvahs, which the woman only has 371, so I'm thanking God that I'm not the woman that has 371, that I have 613. So thank you, Hashem. So it's a whole different spin. It's nothing against you or against Goy. It's a different concept. And according to Kabbalah, the woman, even though they only have 371 mitzvahs, but their husband, which is their other half of the soul, it's like a partnership. So when the man puts on tefillin, it's like the woman putting on tefillin. When the woman lights candles, it's like the man lighting candles. So really, if you think about it, it's almost like one soul that's just divided in 2 pieces, and the woman has the 371, and the man has 613. So it's not really taking away of any. Same thing, circumcision. The circumcision that the man has works for the woman also, so the woman is considered circumcised. According to Torah, in the Rambam, he says, if you make a vow, I don't want to have to do with any circumcised people. I don't want to benefit from any circumcised people. That's also Jewish women. Well, Jewish women were never circumcised. No, but the Torah says that since their other half, which is the male soul, is circumcised, as if they're circumcised. So Isha, Keman de Mahal Yadami. That's what the Talmud says. A woman is as if she's born circumcised. So what I'm trying to bring out is the woman's not missing anything. It's just that God gave us another 300 mitzvahs. So it's not putting them down. I said this once to a couple that asked this question, and they were like blown away. He says, now I understand why it had to be written that not this, not that. Because it has to express that I have 613. Anyways, this is just a little glimpse